Hi everyone, Renegade 67 here with part 45 of Let's Play Ghost Trick. We are almost done, and Missile, why are you sassing us? What? I just can't. How could I leave? I can't leave Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla behind. Can't do it. Missile, if you don't come with me, and I can't save us, and we all die, it's your fault. Missile, I swapped the switches so the missile can be launched. You'll have to do the rest, Sissel. You're not leaving us that easily, Missile. We need him for the last puzzle. Can't do it either. I can't ask Missile to come with me after that. I understand exactly how he feels. Well, I don't give a shit how he feels. We're all gonna die if he doesn't help. I've played to the end of the game. We need his powers. I want you to go, Missile. What? But Miss Lynn, you staying here won't change our fate. But if you go with Sissel, you might be able to make something happen, and that's our only hope. But what if that something doesn't happen? I'll never be able to see you again. Never, ever, ever again. Even if I can understand that. I couldn't stand that. And Camilla can convince him. I just know you and, I believe in you. I'll be right there waiting for you, right here. We'll see each other then. Don't worry. Miss Camilla! He went through it like a boss. That's a good boy, Missile. Well, you ready? Remember, it's 12 seconds after I throw this switch. We're ready. Sissel? Yeah? We never found out who you really were. But that doesn't matter now. All I know is, I'm truly glad I met you tonight. Yeah. Glad I met you, I guess. We're gonna see each other again, right? You could say that. In a way. Of course we will. Never forget you, no matter what happens. Here goes that. Well, good luck to you too. Hope you don't drown. Or maybe you should. I don't know. Well, whatever. All I know is we're going to the last section of the game thing. So yeah. In a way, that was the last time we talked to Lynn and Camilla. Although, that's not to say we don't see them again, but not until, well, you'll see. These 12 seconds are lasting an eternity. I strike to think of a way to save Lynn and the little lady the whole time. But how can a ray of light of hope reach this far to you? Yeah, there we go again! Ray of light! You think it's gonna lead up to something, don't you? Well, it might. Before I can think of an answer, the 12 seconds are up. Well, it's only 12 seconds. There's Sissel, Jowd, obviously dead, and the blue guy. Yep, 2 dead bodies. Of course, Sissel's perpetually dead, but... Oh my god, when are they gonna reveal his name already? I'm sick of calling him Sissel. Anyways, Detective Jowd. But that big masked man did this. I'm gonna bite him. You better not. You might break your teeth. The command room has lost power and it's sinking. I wonder what this masked man is going to do. Let's talk to Detective Jowd. Oh hey! Look over here! Someone has a core now! Ha ha ha! I think I know why Sith wanted to take his body away. I think there's a very good reason. Of course, we can only possess cores that are a day old, but at the same time, exactly when was his death? If his life has been cycling between life and death, think about that. Not that we can reach his core right now. Right now, we can only get Jowd's. Sorry for the wait, Detective Jowd. Who are you? Are you Sissel? Please excuse my appearance. Can't believe you made it here. How's Camilla? And what about Lynn? Well, it's kind of a long story. I told Detective Jowd about everything that happened on the submarine Yanoa. Oh, I think we're just about to learn Evil Sissel's actual name. I remember this part of the game. So the submarine is badly damaged? Why would he do that to his own submarine? I wish I knew. I know the answer to that one. Because he's afraid of my powers. Hey, sup, Robot Sissel? You followed us? I didn't even notice. It's been 10 long years, Detective Jowd. Are you Yomiel? Oh, there we go. I can finally say his real name. Oh my god, yes, Yomiel. That's not much of a real, but okay, yeah. Remember me, do you? How could I possibly forget? So that's your real name, huh? Yomiel? That's right. But those people in the Yanoa were calling you Sissel. That's just an alias I was using for my deal with them. I didn't see any need to tell them my real name. Could you do me a favor? Would you let me ask you some questions? I've been trying to find out my true identity all night. Sure, go ahead. I'm sure there's plenty we can still tell you, right, Detective Jowd? Right. About Yomiel. 10 years ago, you were a top systems engineer, weren't you? Systems engineer? What's that? By the way, I'm a top Pomeranian, you know. Well, it's kind of hard to explain to a dog, but it's a person who's good at using computers. I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. That's how I got roped into joining the project. Project? What project? Project. Ugh. It was a project aimed at recognizing the nation's top secret information, or reorganizing. The goal was to build a new system using multi-dimensional programming theory. I was asked to join the project by an agent of the government. Doesn't sound like something a top Pomeranian would know anything about. To me, it just sounded like another challenging job. However, this project was also the target of a secret plot. I bet you can imagine the kind of crime the nation's top secrets might attract. I never thought for the life of me I'd ever have to deal with spies. It was never made public, but every organization in the country moved on this one. And then one day, the name of a certain programmer emerged as a suspect. I think we all know who this is. Yomiel. And then Cabonilla basically put him into a corner saying, oh, if you didn't do it, well, that sucks to be you. Your life's gonna be hell anyways. It's not like Cabonilla could actually do that, but how would Sissel know? He's not a big law person. Yomiel! How would Yomiel know? He's not a big law person. I was the guy who built the core of the system. Police arrested you, and then that incident happened. He escaped from the interrogation room and took little Lynn as a hostage. By the way, Detective Jowd, when was it that I was proven innocent? About 6 months after your death. I'm so sorry, Emil. Well, at least we know he wasn't actually guilty, so we're not sitting with a complete psychopath. Real motive for revenge, although being a spy isn't exactly being a psychopath. But anyways, 10 years ago, this is why I like Yomiel so much. He's got such an interesting backstory. I mean, sure, he's cool as a villain, and he's cool as a good guy. And he's got awesome ghost tricks. My soul was split from my body, and I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness. Just sometimes having a sympathetic villain is kind of cool. But not all the time. No, anyways, I guess in this world, no questions about that. But nobody's noticed my presence. What good were my powers? They didn't help anybody. Well, you can bring dead people back to life, but not even the passage of time could heal my pain. Well, technically they can help people, but only if it hurts other people. They only made it worse. I want it to disappear, but I wasn't even allowed to do that. The way Lynn described it is exactly right. Sinking slowly towards the bottom of an endless sea. An overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair. And I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering. He's a lot like pain. Anyways. And so that's why you murdered Alma. That's right. I wanted you to know what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I wanted you to feel the same pain I felt. He even says pain all the time. Although that's a common word. It was the twisted wish of a mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. Oh, I think I skipped over that without really realizing it, but yeah, he was saying he wanted to feel the same pain, that's why he killed you should know what that means, but if you don't, you'll find out soon enough. And then, as I was plotting my revenge, I had an idea. I came up with a plan to use the powers of mine to make a deal. The deal. Deal or no deal? I think he took the deal, though he was kind of, you know, screwed. There's something I just don't understand about that deal. I'm sure your powers would be very suitable to them, but what will you get out of the deal? A new life. A life? I asked them for two conditions. Number one was they helped me with my revenge plot, and the second was a rebirth for me. Rebirth? A new beginning, eh? I didn't care if it was a fake life, an artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul, a name, an identity, and everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me. And finally, I wanted to die, surrounded by a loving family. That's the kind of life I asked them for. A completely man-made life. That's right, I knew I couldn't hope for anything more than that. To make it all come true, I knew it would take a lot of money and a lot of power. That's why I decided to ask the national government to help me. And the response in the end was betrayal. Betrayal, you got screwed over, man! Making their moves much more carefully than I suspected. They sent spies to this country and researched my powers on their own. And they even figured out what Temzik was all about. You had no idea they were doing all this? None at all. I was a fool. You jest! So then, why did they go to all the trouble of making a deal with you? Why didn't they just steal a hunk of the Temzik meteorite from the park? They couldn't. Huh? After the manipulator incident, research was conducted in this country too. A report was submitted to the government about the source of manipulator's power. By Inspector Cabanillo and the old pigeon guy, eh? At first, the government didn't believe the report. But then they decided to put the park under surveillance, just in case. Surveillance, huh? It just looks like an ordinary peaceful park, but there are armed agents there at all times. Wait, what? Don't tell me that old odd leaflet guy is one of them. No, not him, he's just a plain odd person. Oh, so much for a big plot twist. No, yeah. It's funny that they did that. I wouldn't be surprised if they made him, you know, a secret agent, but no, not everyone's a secret agent. That park is like a silent battlefield of an international scale. On an international scale. So that's why they couldn't steal the Temzik meteorite. And lately, under the presence of building a housing site, they've been working on a plan to destroy that park in order to secure the Temzik meteorite. So that's it, eh? So the upshot of your grand deal was this, eh? Yeah, it's the ending I deserve. But at least there's one thing you must be happy about. What's that? You've managed to seal me away at the bottom of the sea forever. Well, Are you happy about that? Yomio? Shall we get started? Started with what? Sissel, you are such an optimist. And he didn't start out as one, but he is one now. Bringing Detective Jab back to life, of course. What good will that do now? We promised! Promised Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla we'd save them. We can't do that without you, Detective Jowd. I've been guided by fate tonight to this place. I won't give up now. Alright, fine. Let's see where it leads us. Here we go then. Back 4 minutes before your death. Well, let's watch a cutscene. Oh boy! A lot of talking. A lot less free roam. Anyways. With Sissel still dead. Oh, did you say? I got a Yomil. Man, I've been calling him Sissel throughout this game that I completely. Now he's like completely coordinated Sissel to me, and I'm like, Sissel to him, blah. I can't speak. He's Yomil. He's Yomil. He's Yomil. I'm picturing him right now. Yomil. Okay, so where are we headed? We are not headed anywhere, Detective. What? There was only enough fuel on board to launch us away, Detective. We will run out soon, and that will be our destination, Detective. What are you talking about? That would mean that you're trapped here too! I'm the Terminator, bitch! Anyways, I'm not human, Detective. Spin my head right round. I'm a remote-controlled robot, Detective, sir. What? Your country's use of technology is just plain off. We get that a lot, Detective. Robot bodyguard. Why would you go to all this trouble? That's nothing but a shell there. It's hardly a threat anymore. Commander Sith likes to provide against any possibility, no matter how small, Detective. Possibility? What are you talking about? There's no need for you to know, Detective. Boom! Headshot! You ruined the moment. Now it is time to say goodbye, Detective. In the end, your fate remains the same, it seems, Detective. I'll be blue. Anyways, grr. Camilla, forgive me. It isn't over yet. It isn't? Remember what the big masked man said? Any possibility, no matter how small. Possibility. In other words, there must be a chance here somewhere. Possibility of turning the situation around, and boy, we're turning it way around. I think Yomil gets it. Do you guys get it yet? If not, then let me spell it out to you. Who feels like playing the DL6 incident? Oh, look, I thought I could. Oh, you totally ruined the moment, Jad. I was totally gonna put my ghost thing to Yomil's, and oh, okay, let's talk for a little bit. What is it, Detective? Look at Yomil's shell. Yeah, it's got a core. We already noticed. Yeah, of course there's no aura. The fragment's gone. Of course there isn't. The Temzik fragment is gone. Could this change in his shell mean he is permanently dead? Yes, that's exactly what it means. Anyways, like I was saying, who's up for playing the DL6 incident? Or in this game, I guess you could call it the Yomil incident. Or the Temzik incident. Whatever. I know what this possibility, no matter how small, is that they're afraid of. What is it? My time was perpetually stopped thanks to the power of Temzik. His body cycled between the moments that separate his life and death. So even though he died 10 years ago, his body didn't die until today. So it's not over a day old yet. But not anymore. The Temzik fragment has been taken away. Exactly. So what does that mean? I get it. Your body won't come back to life anymore. The moment the Temsey fragment was removed, my shell became a regular corpse. So, let's see, that means we can go back to 4 months before your death? But, wait a minute! Exactly when is that death? That's simple. We'll find out. When we get there, let's move! This has been Renegade 67, with part 45 of Let's Play Ghost Trick. Next time, we're gonna end this. It's time for the last 4 months before death section. Until then, I still don't have an outro phrase.